Boom! Live and direct. I like that boom thing, man. It's a good energy to start. How are you, my bro?
Yep.
Glen.
Here we are,
Yeah, great.
live and direct on the
Li-
Tru-Mon show. This is where my whole journey began.
live and direct on the Tru-Mon show again. That's an honor for me to have the chance to exchange with you tonight. Like I said, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things, but especially Flat Earth cult, why I do call it a cult, and many people recognize the cultish stuff in there. Like, I think we're a bit all lost to definition and explanation from a third party, like from someone else come and explain us stuff. And that was my case a lot at the beginning. I got lost into the measurement stuff. I even went and translated Eric Dubé's book, so I was very much into it until I realized that, hey, whoa, I can make sense of reality on my own. And this is what I think you did too at one point. You said but now you're just, like I said, assuming yourself fully responsibly your status on YouTube as a troll. But it's not so much because you've changed or something. Like I said, you always been doing your thing. But it's not because also, like what I recognize in you, and I think many people can recognize that. And you don't do that for the money, first of all. You're not a paid troll, and you do that for the benefit of us all. And that's what I've recognized in you. Always, like, it's not about your self-promotion or because you go deep in some stuff sometimes, especially in that Flat Earth cult. You go after some people and like, so I think that's what I find about you, and that I respect a lot, is that you're real, and you keep it real. You always kept it real, even though your views might have changed, but who doesn't change? Who doesn't change? And it's not about the way we see things. It's it's to see them differently and to evolve together and to be able to sit down together and reason. Like, what do you think?
See, you say my views they did because the reason they've changed is because my whole thing was I wasn't looking at flat Earth. I was looking at NASA. Okay, that's what I was looking at, and that's where this led me to, was flat Earth. And I thought, holy shit, this stumped me, man. Before you know it, I was just over my head in it. Like I couldn't stop. But I never once came here to change the world or to wake up the world. I came here for my own answers. I never want to convince anybody of anything. And that's always been my motto. I've never, to this day, I still don't want to convince anybody of anything. I came here for my own answers, to answer questions in my head. And I can honestly say it's been over 2 years now, and I have more questions now than when I came here. And none of my questions have been answered. None. I'm more confused now than I've ever been. But I've come to terms that I'm okay with not knowing things. Maybe I'm not meant to know. I'm cool with that. It's not going to affect my life. The world is beautiful. I look outside, it's beautiful. And the most thing I've learned is to just enjoy it. Go to work, do what I got to do to survive, and I use YouTube now not as an education thing, but as entertainment, man. It's way better than TV, but it's almost the same as TV because TV is programming and so is YouTube. For the most part, it's programming. That's what it is. You can't believe everything that you see on YouTube. You just can't. There's so much phony shit. There's so much phony people.
It can become a huge distraction, and that's what I think it become for many people entering this truth thing, like seeking for truth and stuff. I think we're more looking for lies and deception, like I say always. Seeking truth is more inside of us. It's on the inside that you seek, but on the outside you find lies and deception. But I think many of us that goes onto YouTube to seek for, like, at one point, it's because also many of us don't have a living dream to work on also, and that's very important to have, not to be lost in the dream of someone else. Like this is an engineered dream, the flat earth. To me, that's something engineered that whether Freemason or whatever secret society is the origin of it, but it's engineered. It's a social thing engineered for sure. No? So don't fall for everything that you are told and stuff. That's my point. No? It's use your own senses. No? But even that is hard because, like you said, what the heck do we know? And first of all, what do we know if we learn every day? So just to be
the only thing I think you can know and learn is yourself, man. That's it. Like you can't figure people out on YouTube. Nobody. You can't figure them out. You can have a pretty good understanding. You can think one thing or another, but either way, you're just believing that person is real because you really don't know. Nobody really knows nobody on YouTube unless it's a guy that lives down the street from you and you go have a coffee with him in the morning or whatever. Then you know that person. But in reality, we're in a virtual world right now. That's just it. You know, it's really no different than TV. When you stop and think about it, I look at certain people that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. There's maybe 10 people on YouTube that I have respect for that I've never gone against, and I more likely never will. But other than that, I don't know those people. Like I consider people like Avar, that he's like my internet pen pal. You know, like I talk to him. He gives me good vibes. He's just a nice guy, you know. But I don't know this guy. I'd like to know him. I'd love to go to Holland. I'd love to come here. Like, you know, that's just it. Maybe one day it will happen. Maybe I'll work for that, you know. But who knows, right? You don't know. We don't know each other. No one knows really. We just get it. We got an understanding. I could have an understanding of one person, and you could have a total different understanding of the same person. And only one of us could be, you know?
That's it. It's a virtual reality, and it's hard to figure out people, and it takes time to figure out people on the internet. Like, I'm just, I'm doing that morning show constantly, and it's hard to figure out who's real, but at one point you figure it out. It transpires into the comments and stuff. You know how to recognize the real one out there. I know how. There's many real ones out there, but it's hard sometimes to figure out people, figure out the real intention behind their action. That's the thing. But
you just gotta find the real in you. That's it. It's you can't figure out. You might figure out a person on YouTube, but you're not gonna figure them out. It's just, so all you need to just figure out yourself and say, this is my intention. And my intention always has been the same. It's speak your mind. Everybody. That's my message to everybody. Is just speak your mind, not other people's minds. Speak your own mind, and that makes you true.
Yeah. What I still have a bad reception of your voice. It's cutting off. I don't know if it's just me. Do you guys hear Glen good? Maybe you can comment in the chat. But on my side, I hear the sound cutting off a bit. So I wonder if you guys hear him well. But no, Glen, I think, also taking that journey and going public like we do on YouTube like that, it's we must expect people to come and show up. It's normal, but I think we should more focus on networking together and being able to talk than arguing with our difference of belief and stuff like flat earth and round earth and stuff like that. Like, I think we're very much lost into not also creating a living dream, and that's important. And I say it all the time: live your dreams, live your dreams. It's because don't get lost into distraction. And flat earth for me became at one point a distraction. It was, I recognized it early. I changed the title on some of my video, but it's it can become a huge distraction, and you can forget yourself, forget to bring out that greatness that's within you. And that's what I'm all about. I said, I enter YouTube with a big dream to become a well-known motivational speaker. I think I'm pretty close to it. I feel it, but it's just that I want to attach a message of hope and truth with that. You know, when I hear the truth being spoken, when guys like you and me get together like this and are able to reason and bring, because the truth is something you live, you have to live it. We can talk about it, but you know, we need more people into action. That's what we need. It's good to talk, but talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. We need to walk the talk.
Yep.
That's it. And then there's clearly people out there for causing more distraction, pumping in more distraction. That's what I find a bit sad that yeah, we're just pumping in. We know that we are fully distracted because many of us will not even embark on the journey of creating a living dream. So just that is anyway. I think I think our focus should be, for sure, like you said, I'm okay with not knowing. I'm okay with not knowing where we are and all this. What I want to know is who I am. I think we should really focus on who the heck we are all together. Try to remember who we are instead of finding if there's a curve or not, or, it's, anyway, I think it's clear to me. I don't know what you think about that, but my dream is much bigger. Yeah.
When I first started, there were so many proofs and everything, but it got to the point where most of that stuff was just debunked. The things that brought me here, I don't look at anymore. People avoid, like, such as questions. It's just a big red flag to me. It can't, things can't be true. And I never once thought flat Earth was a distraction. It was the things that flat Earth that distracted me, like no forest on the flat Earth, mountains are trees, and bullshit. There's no proof of that. You could argue all day, all night. We're not going to have an answer. And then when you mention stuff to them about making maps and making models, they're like, oh, well, we're going to find out where we live. Well, they never found out nothing. They just buying time. That's all it is. They're buying your brain. Like, there's nothing more, nothing less. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's more. And
us as viewers, us as people, are allowing them to buy our time, to give them our time. Wait, and nothing's happening. If these people do go to Antarctica, we're not going. They're not bringing us. It's like NASA. They're not bringing us to the space station. So who gives a shit if they're there or if they're not? I'm not going in a rocket ship with them only because they won't let me, not because I won't. And the same goes with Antarctica. They're not bringing me. I'm not on their list.
I'm not on their list. Hey, your mic is acting up. Finally, I got an answer in the chat. Your mic is acting up. So we...
yours is too. Let me switch headphones.
Yeah, switch headphones. I wait for you. No problem. Very patient. Patience is something I happen to develop over time, for sure. Everything is timing. Never say never. That's it. Red Rose is there. Red Rose Rocker and Joel Raven. Princess Skeptic Globe. Trekker. Globe Trekker. We have a Globe Trekker. Good. Good. I like that.
Do you hear me now?
Huh?
Me, do you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you very good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Princess Skeptic has never been a flat earther. Never. And now I'm so grateful that she never was. I can't imagine trying to convince her differently now. Like I did. I tried so much to tell her the earth was flat. I mean, I spent days, weeks, months, and multiple nights showing her videos after videos, and never once did I convince her of that. Never. And I'm glad I didn't.
How was that experience to try to convince your wife that the earth is flat and she doesn't want to see it? Like, did it cause lots of animosity, or you were just resilient at one point and say, okay, she'll see it when she see it, or she won't?
Well, didn't want to see it or wasn't ready to see it because she was ready. she just couldn't get convinced. She knows her shit, and the things that she's told me in the past, I didn't listen. I thought I was open-minded. Flat Earth convinced me my mind is open, but Flat Earth convinced me that you just don't listen to globe heads. They're not ready yet. So I had that in my mind. I thought, well, she is a glober, so maybe that's just it, you know. But it wasn't that she wasn't ready. I just didn't have enough to convince her. Whereas the information that I had was enough to convince me.
But me, I'm curious about your globe thing. How exactly do you guys see this? Because me, I'm interested in different viewpoints. I'm not stuck in seeing the Earth flat. Like, I'm willing to anything. So tell me, where your switch happened. Like, what is that thing? Explain me.
I guess if you be open-minded to me, I tell you something. I know I can give you a piece of information that you can't get. No flat earther can or will dispute this 2-minute deal. They will not. They won't touch it. They won't comment. They won't thumbs it up. They won't thumbs it down. They won't touch it. The star rotation. What you can see. You live at the top of the ball. I live at the top of the ball. It's a ball, right? Well, the stars spin the opposite way. That cannot, and we can see that. That's not something that's on my YouTube video. That's our own perspective that we can look and see which way it's moving. Now, whether the stars are moving or the Earth is spinning, I don't know that. But I know that it's spinning in the opposite direction. That is virtually impossible on an infinite plane, on a puddle, on any flat map. You can put 7 continents any which way you want to put them in a puddle. It doesn't matter. The star rotation can't spin the opposite way on a layout. It can't happen. It's impossible. So it tells me that I live on a ball. Now, whether that ball's spinning, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. I still say I have some good claims. Like, if I take a plane to where you live, it's going to take a certain amount of hours. If I take a plane back, it takes the same amount of hours. How can that work if I'm spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and WestJet or Air Canada only does 500 miles an hour? It makes no sense to me. So, but I'm okay with not knowing. But I do know the star rotation, to me, prove I live on a ball.
But to me, the star rotation, that's a good point you bring, because that's always something that I found weird, especially about astrology, to be able to map the sky. Like, how can you even be able to map the sky to tell us what's there? It's like everything is mapped out. Everything is mapped out, even the sky, with all the, like, and when you observe, no matter who made that map back in those days, didn't have the ways to go up or check, or they were always, or to travel as easy as we are doing today. But even though today you would have to, like, almost teleportation to be able to be at the same 2 different points at the same time to observe up there, you know what I mean? And to have no clouds, you have no clouds too, and you have to be at night. So there's so many conditions that has to be united together to be able to map the sky. That just that is
okay. And you're stating a map to the sky, but me, I'm not looking at a map to the sky. I'm not looking for lines in the sky, or I just look at one star and see which way it's going. It's going one way. I don't need a map. I don't even believe the map. Somebody wrote that map, but it could be true. But what I'm stating is, if you look at one star and see which way it's going, and somebody at the bottom of the ball, or supposedly at the bottom of the ball, that's a different star is going the opposite way. So you don't need to see the whole map of the sky. I've never looked up and seen the stars. I mean, I see the Big Dipper, the Small Dipper. Yeah, you know, you see part of something, but you're not going to see it all. Even if you have the map, even if you have an app or whatever, that's no different, that star map, than Google Earth. You know, it's a computer software program. But just with your own observation, what you could see, it's going in two different directions, and to me, that can't work on a flat map. It just can't. I wish it could. I wish the Earth was flat. It sounded like a beautiful thing, but I don't think it is, and I can't just go and tell people to go through the things that I went through in the last 2 years. Like, I mean, I've been through the winter, dude, like with everything, with my family, with everything, and people through that, and I could be wrong, you know? It's a hard thing to do, is to convince somebody of it anyway, but it's easy to get somebody to look at it, right? And where are they going to be? If you bring somebody into this nowadays, man, there's more negative shit out there on YouTube about flat Earth than there ever was positive. Like, way more. How could somebody even believe this now, this day and age? It's corrupt. And they created the division. Those guys, the leaders, the cult leaders, they created it. And when it, like, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, it was all about, oh, let's get rid of money. Let's get rid of money. It's all about the dollar now. It's all about the dollar now.
That's what I see, and many channels are exploding in subscribers too suddenly, and now they're all after money. I seen one of your last video, you know who I'm talking about, but I was very surprised to see him. Like, I don't know, there seems to be some people at one point they get sucked in the cultish thing and create more distraction than giving information and motivation and inspiration, and like it seems to be about the ego more than anything else. Like, I don't know, to me it's not about distracting people more. I will never do that here, and I see the number of subscribers go up, the less show I want to make. So,
but the thing is, though, with you, bro, you do it all for free. You do it from your heart. You do it for you, man. You're finding your own path. You've made your own path, and that's the thing I love about you. You're not going to follow the herd, man. You know, you're going to go down your own path, and you don't want people to follow you. You know, that's been your message ever since. You don't want to be a leader, man. You don't, but in the same sense, you're not going to go with these people. And I'm the same way. I don't want people to ever listen to me, like, per se, like, oh, well, do this, don't like this person. I just say, watch everybody with an open mind. Everybody. Even me. Whatever you can pick apart, pick it apart. There's no question I won't answer.
But that's it.
Some people don't have the ability to go live because they edit and edit and edit. And when I see that in a video log where they're editing, I think, what did they say that they had to retract? Because I could talk live for 20 hours, 24 hours and never have to worry about saying something I shouldn't have said. I speak mine. Sometimes it might not come out right. Sometimes I'll think I shouldn't have brought that topic up. But never do I say something that I regret. It is what it is. It's in the end, it's only my opinion. That's it. I'm not telling people to do this or believe this or follow this or anything, man. I'm just a voice, one voice. That's all I'll ever be.
Yeah, but it's important to be a voice, not an echo. That's what I always liked about you. You're real and you have a voice and you express it. And you express your power, man. It's a time where we should not reclaim the power, but express it. You know, we all have huge power inside, the huge potential, huge things that we have to bring into the world, bring out into the world. You know, but for that, we have to stop being sucked into distraction and stuff that is, you know, we're bombarded with false truth and lies. So be very, very careful what you get. Question everything, question everyone and every why, for sure. We are in a time of deception and lies and like never before. So for sure, if you're not if you don't use your own judgment and your own senses to make sense of reality, you're going to be in another people's dream. So create your own. You know, it's about leaving the dream of hell also. We all been in the dream of hell for way too long, and that's another form of hell. You know, so the dream of life is much better. I think that's what we should all focus on. And, you know, like I said, we talk about changing the world, then we don't even talk to our neighbors.
The worst part, I think, right now, and it's been ever since I can remember, I just never seen it that way. I see it now, is there's certain people out there that create. I'm probably the king of drama. I love it. That's the exciting part. That's I get excited over the drama, but I've never been a divider. I hate seeing people get divided, and from what I see, the big subscribers are the dividers. They divide people. They are the ones with the most views. I try to bring people together. I try to make flat earthers like globers. I've tried to make globers just understand flat earthers, and so on and so forth. I think it's important that if you think NASA is fake, we're all on the same team. We need to think about the things that we actually can agree on, and myself, I have an ego, I admit it, and I let my ego get the best of me most times, but I'm seeing it, and before I wasn't seeing it, so therefore I'm always open to change. I just need to see it for myself. People can't convince me of anything. I need to convince myself, and that was the biggest problem to me. And I'm never afraid to admit, hey, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was being an asshole. I got to chat with 10 people after me. I didn't mean to attack you. You said this. I said this. And I can just go with it. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong or I am wrong.
You know that...
And some people are afraid.
Yeah, afraid for sure. For sure. Most people live in fear. So another thing I wanted to say just now, don't mind letting the chat go, but if it starts degenerating, I'm going to block people fast. I don't fuck around usually, so be careful what you say in the chat, because I have the click fast, so it's not, and I don't have...
You do what you want.
I don't put... sorry, man, no, hold on.
Not only is it your chat, it's your show.
I don't put moderators in there because I expect us to be mature adults and act responsibly and respectfully in between each other. But it seems sometimes that, I don't know, some people are just in for causing bad vibes. No? So if I catch something, I'll take action, but it's not my main focus, the chat. You guys can chat, but if I can see something that is a bit out of respect, because I like respect. I like, you know, okay, we might have different views, but we can respect each other, and doesn't mean that we have to... anyway,
There's one person in the chat that I care about. Other than that, it doesn't matter to me. It's Princess Skeptic. She has pretty tough skin, man. She's been around, and she doesn't let it bother her, man. And I say your other show, your morning show, she watches your show a lot. She doesn't always go in because the trolls follow her. But she watches your show a lot, and she wanted me to tell you that she's gotten the most love and respect from your chat. I love Jed Skeptic Media, but your show is always respectful, man, all the time, and that's what she likes about it.
That's what I want to, you know, be the change that you want to see in the world. I don't want my channel, but it's not my channel. It doesn't belong to me. It's a channel through this channel that I operate, but I feel like I'm in the tube all the time. I feel like I'm tubing. Yeah, I'm probably tubing, but yeah, it's about respecting each other, man. It's just about, you know, we're all trying to go back home here, all trying to go back home and live a happy and wonderful and inspiring life. But it's not about, you know, promote what you love, don't bash what you hate. Also, is very important. So, you know, anyway, sometimes Glen looks nervous. Apparently, you look nervous.
Yeah, I'm just sweating bricks, man. I'm just sweating bricks. I'm so
what guy said.
nervous.
Glen looks nervous.
I've never been nervous about a show, a video, or anything. The only ever thing I get is anxious. I was waiting an hour for you. I was thinking, come on, come on.
I know. He said, "Hey, I gotta do my hair."
I've never been nervous.
I said, "Yeah, you better look presentable. Let's see, do your hair." But you have no hair.
Yeah, I've gone to meet flat earthers in person, and I've never been nervous.
That's it. Other than that, what are your current activities now on YouTube? Where's your focus? Is it on like where your focus is right now? Is it more external or internal? Like your journey, is it more if we talk about spirituality, if you want to talk, are you more going on the inside than the outside? What is your where are you at now?
My main focus is what I like to call bullshit, but in reality, it's the drama. Like the penguins, for instance, this Fepe shit and this mascot and this rockin' bulletin boards and airplane banners, and I can't help but to watch this shit because it's what the big channel is promoting, and it's, my God, it's crazy, man. And I can believe that. Like, it's nuts. And what's the difference if you change your logo, your avatar, to a penguin or a Lord Stephen Christ logo or whatever? It's the same thing. You're a follower. If you do that, you're a follower. You're not your own leader. You're following that crowd. And I can't get that through to these people that, why would you do that? What does a penguin have to do with a flat Earth? Like, what does it have? What does art have to do with flat Earth? Art, like, what does it have to do with it? Nothing. These people that are drawing pictures or painting pictures, it's not even anything to do with flat Earth. It's satanic stuff. It's zombies. It's it, man. Nothing. Like I could even see it was actual flat Earth. I'd say, okay, well, they're trying to get a message up. What message is it? Because I don't see it.
No, there's a lot of...
What's your take on these things, man?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people pumping all kinds of shit, associating all kinds of stuff with flat Earth suddenly. Like you said, they mix all kinds of nonsense with that. So I think my focus first of all, my focus entering YouTube was always about creating a living dream, creating a... You know, who's eager to live a better life? Me, I want to live a better life. I want more adventure in my life. You know, that's why I'm on YouTube. YouTube is an adventure for me. For sure, I take this as a, you know, it's a test. It's important to take the test also in life that we're given. If you're here doing what you do, is because you have to do it. Same like me, and not refuse the opportunity that we have to shine a bit of light in that dark world, in this very dark world that we live in. So even though sometimes people cannot, I see your light. I see your light. I see it, and that's why you're here with me, just like you can see mine. So if we can see each other's light, we can be guided by each other and inspire each other. That's how I see it. But I can see the light in you. I can see it. We all have a beautiful light. We're all beautiful, small luminaries in a beautiful plane of existence, whatever it is. We're all beautiful luminaries, and it's just to shine that little light, man, and just to fucking, I don't know, do something with our life. We're not here.
All they talk about is the P900. I think when the P1000 comes out, they're going to see the curve. P1000. When that comes out, those boats are going to disappear.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm gonna put a bit of moderator in there. Here you go. I put the Princess Skeptic moderator. She's gonna do the job
my God.
there, because it's too much for me. There's too much stuff.
Do you know what's funny? You picked the wrong moderator because she won't block nobody.
Oh, it's okay.
She doesn't care. There's
Okay,
nothing they could say that could insult her. Like, the problem is, what me about them attacking her is she's never done anything to anybody on YouTube. You know, they attack her because of me. They think they could get to me by getting to her, and they don't get to her, so they don't get to me. So they lose and we both win. So it's a win-win. So they're wasting their time. We're not wasting ours. We don't even read the shit. There's certain people, we don't even read their shit, let alone let it affect us. So you want to waste your time typing, go ahead.
But there's many people that go on YouTube, like you say, they have many different accounts, and they comment all kinds of stuff everywhere. It's not really my thing, and I respect the people that do it. If it's their thing, if it's your thing to do that, eventually you'll find your way. Like you can, people that also do this will not do that for a lifetime. At one point, they will realize that it's that there's something else to create in life than drama, but we're all attracted to the drama and the nonsense and the sensationalism, and that's why we're all into Flat Earth, looking into this. And I was into this because probably I like a bit of a we like new stuff. We like me. I love change for sure. So when I seen this,
well, I got something new for you.
Go ahead.
Do you believe that you can't bend water? Do you still think that way?
What you mean you can bend?
Water's flat, right?
What kind of wire? You mean like?
No, do you think that you? Oh, it's easy, man. It's easy. I'm calling it flat ball earth for dummies. It's you go to the dollar store and you get yourself a bottle of bubbles and blow bubbles. That's bent water.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's bent. That's bent.
Oh,
I didn't manipulate it.
Yeah,
I did not.
Yeah, that's bent.
It's bent.
Okay, yeah.
It's bent.
Okay, yeah, you get a point there.
It's bent.
You have a point there.
I didn't manipulate.
You have a point
It's
there.
very easy. For me, it's a rock lover. Muscle rock threw it at me one day. I was like, shit, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, what I think maybe it is, maybe we're inside a ball on a flat terrain. That's what I think all the time. Like we're inside the ball, maybe because the world we live in is inverted. Everything they give us is pretty much inverted. That's only my opinion. It's only an opinion. It's not gonna change the world. What I'm gonna say here today, it's only an opinion. But what you could be right. We're inside a ball, but I think we live on a ball, but we're inside like our atmosphere, so that you can't. I don't think anybody's left. That's just my thing. I don't think the Earth is concave. I just think that we can't leave. We're not meant to leave. I truly think that. The way, like I said, maybe it's like a big bubble, like you say, but it's inverted. They put us on the outside of a ball, so maybe we're just inside the ball. That there's a big. I don't think it's floating in space. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Maybe not. But I do think that, like, I don't feel like I'm spinning. I don't. No, I mean, no, I have a hard time to feel myself spinning, Sure. And it can only go so fast. So, like, it's not like these people that claim they've been abducted by aliens and they went away and come back. It's like, people are crazy, dude. The body can only withstand so much G-force, and you pass out. You pass out like a carnival ride, like from G-force. Like, you can't travel at the speed of light, like, even if it's possible. I think man has invented things can go that fast. But not quite, not that you could put a person in, because you'd pass out. You can't make me not pass out from that.
Yeah. No, there's just
at 1,000 miles an hour is crazy.
It's crazy. For sure, the numbers are crazy. When I started to look at the numbers, I said, hey, that's fucking crazy. But this is what we don't. Most of us, like many of us, looking into Flat Earth also are more aware of the numbers and stuff that people that do not care about it. I've never questioned it before. The fact that I was living on where I was because I took for granted what they said. So you just go along with the herd and you accept the herd thinking and you just go along with it. But no, I think it's important to, even though we don't find all the answers, We still can ask questions. I like to ask questions. It's intriguing me. Like, it's not my focus every day where I am, but it's still something that I'm intrigued by. Like, it would be, now that I'm finding more and more of who I am, I would like to maybe find out where I am. For sure. But
well, it'd be nice, but I don't think you're going to. I don't think I'm going to. But I'm okay with the fact of not knowing. I just know that when I go to the beach or I go to the park, it's beautiful, man. It is. No matter where you live, it's beautiful. Like trees and plants and flowers and everything. It's beautiful. It's created. It's there for us, and I enjoy watching it now. I've never enjoyed things like I looked at the world how I look at it now. When I look at the stars and I look at the moon, I've never looked at it with such beauty as I do now. I respect it. Whereas before, I never even acknowledged it. I just never acknowledged it.
I'm amazed at the earthworm. I go in the ground, I see a earthworm now, and I take it and I pet it and I put it back in the ground. I'm in more respect of everything that surrounds me, just because also I'm more in touch with who I am, and I know I'm not here to create harm and destruction, and so it's just to, like I say, get rid of our evil ways and return to a more pleasant way of living and be more in awe in front of things that surrounds us in nature. Very important. The moon, like you say, now I look at it a total different way. The sun, also the sun, but the sun is hard to figure out, bro. What's your opinion about the sun? Like, it's very hard to figure out because their explanation do not match what I experience at all. So I don't know. The sun.
I think
Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna shut my camera. Maybe my video sound will be better. I don't know. It sound any better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better now. It's
sometimes it eats up more shit by using your camera.
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay, my opinion on the sun is I don't think it's as far away as they tell us, but I don't think a lot of people realize how big 25,000 miles in circumference is. Like, it's a long way around the bin. A long way. Like
25,000 miles. Yeah, for sure.
It's a long way, man. It's no matter which way you look at it, it's a long way around, from the top to the bottom or from the equator around. It's a long way around, and there's nothing on Earth to compare Earth to. So you can't take a puddle and say, well, dude, look, the water's flat. Or you can't take a swimming pool and say, look, it's level. Like, you just can't do it. Like, and once again, I have to say, because some things are worth repeating, that you can't compare something to the size of something you don't have.
So you mean that me seeing the ocean water flat doesn't mean that all the waters are flat?
No, I don't think so. I think that there's nothing on this Earth to compare the Earth to. You can't look at the moon like we look up and see the moon. It looks like a ball. The sun, it looks like a ball. But is it? We really don't know. So we really don't. We have nothing to compare what we live on. And second of all, nobody knows exactly how big we are. I mean, we think we know how big we are. We got measurement. We got everything to compare to on Earth. But nobody knows how big we are. Everything you have is built to your scale long before you were born, long before I was born. We built houses so that we fit inside those houses. We built everything, a bicycle so you fit on that bicycle, a toilet so you can go sit on that toilet. Everything is built to your scale before your time. So exactly how big are we? Maybe somebody much bigger could look at us like through a microscope.
Yeah.
Know how big we are, really. Everything you have is built to fit you. The same with that shirt you're wearing is built to fit you.
For sure.
So how big are we? How big is the ocean? We don't know. We've never been to the bottom of the ocean. So, you know, really, we've been to other planets. We have a robot on Mars. I mean, this shit makes no sense. Makes no sense, dude. Like, and then flat Earth wants to rule out numbers and everything, but then they want to use numbers to disprove the globe. It's like
Yeah.
you can't have one without the other. If you're ruling out numbers, well, then rule out your technology, because technology, everything on YouTube is created by who? The government. Everything. So
Well, yeah, that's what we were saying yesterday with Arthur. YouTube and all this that's why internet has been created for. First of all, it's a social experiment. We can think for one instant that we're gonna lead the revolution. They're gonna lead it their way, and they're gonna pump into social media what they want us to experience, for sure.
I mean, 2 years ago, you got to think way back when we first met. Like, seriously, did you not think 2 years ago by now? I mean, there'd be millions of people like involved in this. I mean, I did. I thought, oh my God, it's going to happen any day. It's going to be on TV. And then, like, President Obama saying, "Hey, we ain't got time for the flat Earth." It's almost like they put it there for us conspiratorial minds and off of something bigger than this.
Exactly.
Even
That's
if
what I
this
think
is
too.
true.
Yeah.
Even if this is true, it's just something like for instance, why does Mark Sargent, why does he always tell people to put flat Earth in the title? I think if you put flat Earth in the title, it's programmed to YouTube to keep you in a loop, to keep it in a bubble that only a certain amount of people see that flat Earth. But if you have a different title and a different like non-profit activism or education or comedy, I think you get more views. I never now put flat Earth in my title because just because they tell me to.
Yeah, I don't put flat
What
Earth anymore too much. I put it tonight, I
what
think, but yeah,
another
usually.
question is why do they when I change my name, why do I get more views? Like when I changed my name, I try to get myself out of the whole flat earth thing. Like I would love to have a normal channel now, like just a normal channel. I mean, I have some ideas, like maybe a carpentry channel or a home renovation channel of the jobs that I do, you know. I would love to just have normal conversations with just normal people on YouTube rather than always flat earth, because for the most part, if I don't talk about drama on my live stream, I don't get views. I just don't, you know. They're not interested in that.
And that's why I always kept my main channel is Motivation Academy. It's not here. Here it's the Hangout channel, but my thing is motivation for sure, and it's to stay motivated for life in a very negative world, and that is a challenge every day. So for everyone listening here, we have to stay motivated for life. So and live our dreams. It's very important to live our dreams. We didn't enter YouTube and start looking for all the deception and lies, not to be empowered by that. Like, we should all be very much empowered by finding out that we're being lied to on many levels, not just this flattered thing or whatever. They were bombarded with lies. So just that means that we are very powerful together, but we cause so much division, especially with truth or flat earth or whatever conspiracy theory out there. It's just about, we can never prove these things anyway. So it's just, I think, a waste of time also at one point to pour your whole consciousness into this. We should be more, show a bit more maturity than this as mature adults. We're all supposed to be mature here. I don't know who's watching, but I think we're all pretty much around the same age on YouTube, between 30 and 50. It's pretty much the same audience. So we should have attained a level of maturity in our life that allows us to start creating a lasting something that's going to be worthwhile for us and our families. It's to move out of suffering, to move out of the nonsense. And me, that's my message, is live your dreams. Live your dreams. You didn't find out about all this to stay on your couch and constantly watch YouTube videos. At one point, it's okay. We know that the whole thing is organized and engineered, and we're being lied to. But can we do something with our lives now?
Well, if we don't watch these big channels, where else are you going to go? So that's just it. For the people that are stuck in this flat Earth world, that's all they have. They don't have anything else. There's nothing else. There's nowhere. If you're only interested in flat Earth, there's nowhere else to go.
No, there's
those big 5 channels. There's nowhere else to go.
Exactly, and there's so many people being sucked in that those channels. Like, also, I wonder sometimes if it's all genuine. Like, I have not that I watch them, but sometimes I wonder if there's as many people as it seems to be looking into this stuff. I think there's powers behind it that maybe inflate the numbers also. Do you think so? Do you think I always thought the numbers were inflated?
I definitely, well, it's a fact. That is a fact that there's not this many people in there. It's a fact. None of these channels have over 100,000 subscribers, and only they have that vast majority. The rest of us don't. And it's not that we're less interesting. It's we're not buying subscribers. And one, they're not promoting anybody but themselves. And people need to realize that you can buy subscribers, you can buy views, and you can buy thumbs up.
Yeah, that's true. Man.
And who else has this amount? None. Tell me anybody on the opposite side or people that are fighting against flat Earth that have this much. And the same goes, they used to state years ago, well, we just need one person with 1 million subscribers and we're going to double and triple in a day. Well, take a look at Joe Rogan doing flat Earth videos, 1 million subscribers. How many people went up from that? Nobody. He probably went down.
Yeah.
So it isn't as if it hasn't really hit mainstream, because in a way it did. Nobody cares. So
not too many people care about that.
No, that's the problem. Nobody really, not nobody, because there is people that care, but for the most part, I think even if the Earth was flat, I don't think it's going to change people. I think people are going to carry on with their jobs and their future and say, whatever, we got lied to, who cares?
The pressure on our heads is so heavy, the pressure and all this with life to just survive. Most of us are in survival mode. I am, you are, we're all in survival. In Canada, I live in Canada, you live in Canada, you can probably agree with me. 90%, if not more, of the people are on survival mode. And then I'm talking about living from paycheck to paycheck and not having sometime enough to pay your fucking bills. And that's the reality for most people. So, and now we're talking about flat Earth because we don't have, like, it seems our life seems to be very, very empty. And we seem to want to fill it with external stuff. That's how I felt.
My secret for me to getting away from flat Earth and getting away from YouTube for at least 10 hours a day is going to work. That's what takes my mind off it. When I'm at work, I am not thinking about YouTube. I just don't. That's what gets me off YouTube for at least 10 hours a day. And I look at these people that don't work and haven't worked for 2+ years, and they're there every day. I've literally set up a live stream just to see and there's never a time where there's 0 viewers. Somebody is paid to watch me even when there's nothing on. Yeah. Does that make any sense? I was going to just take my webcam and put it by my couch and go to bed one night on my couch and see who watches me sleep. See who watches me sleep for 8 hours. You think I get any views? I bet you I do.
Oh yeah, no, I
want to watch me sleep.
Because that's what I'm telling you. We're so bored with our life because we have I have no living dream to work on. I have nothing to work on in my life before I come on YouTube and start wanting to create a living dream. I had nothing much. I was doing my job and working like a madman to try to survive, and I've never really cared about the shape of the earth or anything like that. Never crossed my mind because we're so busy. We're so busy with our life also that at one point, if you don't have something hitting you, a tragedy or something to start question reality, you will not question it. You will not question it. For sure. There's many people not questioning nothing that we're talking about here tonight. And guess what? And guess what? That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out there, like these big channels especially, there's topics that are true topics that they will not have a show about. Like, how does flat earth affect an actual family? It has effects to it. Like there is and they do not want to talk about that. I've seen it. Now this is a topic I do not want to mention names about, but people have broken up with their wives or their girlfriends, or they no longer see their children, or they quit their job and all over flat earth. And to me, that's affecting lives. That's tearing families apart because one person believes it, one person don't, and it affects lives, and they won't talk about that because they think that the big change is happening and things change for a reason, but they won't talk about it. These big channels won't have a show about that. They won't. They will not.
Me, I'm very grateful and thankful for my wife being strong like she is and being a rock and a lion, because if not, would probably end our relationship, because at the beginning I was so confused and so arrogant with this, and I wanted people to see it like it was so evident for me that we're being lied to, and why do people don't see it? I was getting confused and mad at times, but I recognize also that this confusion was to make me grow into a better person eventually. So at one point, I was starting to embrace the confusion. But at the beginning, yeah, I give thanks to Kim for being strong like she is, because she has, I always add rocky road, or always took the road less traveled. Even into my work, I left 13 years job to go into a new one, and everything new and new machines and all that. Like challenges, I love challenges. So she knows I was diving into something deep. I was going on YouTube. So, but she stayed, and she was very supportive, and she sees it her way. Like she's very. It's not something we talk about every day, but often, like, I will bring a conscious subject at supper table or stuff, and they're all very receptive now. We're all very much on the same level of thinking, but also I don't put myself on a pedestal because I'm on freaking YouTube speaking my mind. That's nothing to me. We should all, first of all, I should not even be here. This is very unnatural to me. This is very unnatural. I should be out in the field, in the jungle, whatever, playing with nature, not be stuck on the computer. But that's the day and age we are in. We're very much into technology, so I use it and I try to make the best of it. That's the time I'm in. But also, yeah, that's it. It's not our, but often I bring conscious stuff, but our focus is not on my focus right now is not on making it see to other people, because you will, no matter what, people only see things from their own perspective. So to shove it down the throat of people and saying, hey, you should see it the way I see it, and that's total nonsense to me.
I only want people to see it the way they see it. Yeah. All I can do is tell people the way that I see it. I don't want people to see it the way I see it. The most important, I love YouTube because I love the different people's opinions. I love that.
YouTube's a painkiller, bro. YouTube's a painkiller. YouTube is essential for me. I'm not leaving YouTube. Are you crazy? That's first of all, I have major pain body, and I use it as motivation, as painkiller, and not also for being the change. I want to see a change in the world. I always wanted to change the world since I was young. Everybody that knows me, see me live on YouTube, it's not a surprise for them because I always been big heart. So it's
even you have a show every day, and you talk about something different every day. Every day. That's why you can't get stale. I get stale because all I talk about is flat earth and is the drama. And that's why I never get no new people come into my channel, because it's the same old shit all the time. And it's only that small group of people that like my style of what I do and what I say. And they know I'm probably not going to talk about anything but it.
Yeah, we expect you to do your thing for sure. We know you as doing your thing, but no, you're inspiring. You have your time. Anyway, I recognize the real. It's not so much what you say; it's how you make me feel. The strength, and I gain strength by interacting with you. We give strength to each other, and we have to build up the strength. We've been broken down very, very much, and we're all broken down slaves, fucking lost at sea. So it's very important to regain our collective power together and stop letting ourselves being distracted by nonsense, especially conspiracies. That's all it is. It's to distract us from reality, from seeking reality and live the truth and live the truth. It's something we live. We can talk here on YouTube about truth, whatever you want. If you don't live it, if you don't bring something, if you don't create a living dream with your life, you're gonna have a life of regret. You can start very young. You don't want to die with your song inside. That's what I said before today. I think I said that somewhere yesterday. You don't want to die with your song still inside. You want to create a living dream while you're alive. You want to give thanks for life. That's what we're here, and that's my message, and that's why you say every day. It's important for me to really be, focus on finding love is the meaning. Love is the meaning of life. I am convinced now, for sure. It's about love. It's about cracking our heart open and speaking to the world, and connecting with each other and helping each other, and reaching out to each other to learn, because we each one teach one, and you have things that I've learned from you, and you've learned stuff from me, and that's how we build up our strength and to carry on. We have a job to do. We got a job to do here on YouTube or whatever in life. It's to carry the truth. We have to carry it. And if some of us come out the herd and start leading to the way back home, let it be. But we're not here to save anyone. I say it all the time, and I say, you said it before, we want to create more leaders. We don't want to create followers. I don't want followers. I have, I don't know how many leaders have subscribed to my channel, but I consider them as leaders. That's what we should be, all leaders in the house of the rising sun.
To me, the bigger channels, I feel myself personally that I figured them out a long time ago. Now I'm looking at the smaller channels that have been here forever, and they have no motive. Okay, so the big channels, I can say, wow, they're promoting whatever they're promoting. But the smaller channels that are trolling Flat Earth, they've been here for 2+ years, and they've never been a Flat Earther. They're strictly by the book, and they believe a certain thing that they're being told, but yet they've been here hours a day, hours upon hours. These people do not work, they do not have a job, and they do not have a life outside of YouTube. More Flat Earthers have an actual life than the people that are trolling Flat Earth. They spend more time. Yeah. They spend more time. And they want me to think that they get paid nothing to do it, that they're here to save the Flat Earthers. And it's ridiculous. It's redundant. It's stupid to even think that. I don't know how people could think that somebody that would take that much time out of their day, never change one single person, and yet that's what they want people to believe. It's stupid. It's stupid.
But we're faced with reality for sure, and that's what it is. The people sometimes get sucked into that stuff, and it's really stupid behavior. I agree with you. Some of us are really, we should really look at our life and take a good look. And, if you leave YouTube, like YouTube is not a place where you should be stuck to. You should go there to get information and move out. Go on in life. Get out the virtual reality and think you're going to change the world on social media, on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to change the world when we start talking to our neighbors and growing food together and starting to build community immunity. It being in our own village, in our own town, in our own neighborhood. This is how we're going to change the world, because now other neighborhoods are going to see it after, and they're going to do the same, and then we're going to work in cooperation together. But this thing on YouTube is total nonsense to me. First of all, it's hard to sense. It's virtual. But it's something we need to start being inspired. Also, some people go on YouTube to start being inspired, and they find great people. There's great people on YouTube. We cannot deny that there's great people, but there's also lots of people that cause drama, for sure.
See, on my time off, I might spend maybe on a day, if I got a day off work like today, I've spent a total of hours on YouTube, you know. But when I work 10 hours, I spend maybe an hour. All I do when I'm working is look at my notifications and respond to the people that I feel I got to respond back to. Other than that, I don't even make a video or anything when I'm working. When I'm in the middle of a job, it's my downtime that kills me, that keeps me on this. But I look at these people and I can track them. I've done it on my days off. I've tracked people on YouTube for 20 plus hours, and they want me to think they do that for free. It's
yeah, because the reason why you do it also because you want to make sense of it, and I can understand why you do this, and you know, it's making sense of reality. That's what it is. Because at the beginning on YouTube, I entered this. I didn't know you could buy subscriber, views, likes, all the stuff you could take out. Wasn't even aware 2 weeks ago that I could take out the live chat. I didn't even know. I saw it in the setting stuff. So, you know, there's lots of stuff when we enter YouTube that we're not aware how this thing works. And for you to go and dig that stuff out, I've learned that from you. I think that you could buy subscribers, or I think you've made a video on that one day, and I'm like, hey, whoa, that changes everything when you were talking about that, and I wasn't aware of that, and I went to double check. I went to double check to see if I could buy subscribers, and yes, I can. For $100, you can get 5,000 subscriber, I think.
Well, me and somebody that you know took an actual troll account and bought 100 subscribers at one point, just to see. And you get comments, but they're all made in Russia, so you don't understand the comments. So I just wanted to see, can you do it? That is what I wanted to see. But it won't help your channel. You could buy 1 million subscribers if you want. It's not going to help your channel, because you'd have to continuous. If you got 1 million subscribers that you bought, then you'd have to buy that many views each and every video. So it doesn't help your channel. It might fool the people, but it's not going to help your channel. And it's only going to empty your pockets, and you're convincing nothing but a computer program. And
usually I do hang out here, and like I've never had that much viewers live, because it's you. There's like 25 viewers live. No, just that. Just that.
It's all trolls. It's all trolls.
Yeah, it tells you
it's
something.
It's all trolls. And when I say trolls, I don't mean trolls like me. I mean paid ones. paid to be here. They gotta follow me, man. They gotta follow me. Like,
I don't know.
They have to. It's their job. It's nothing personal. They're just doing their job, man. So don't hate them. They just have a job to do. They can't leave it alone. See, me, I give everybody my word. There's people in this that I do like and I do respect. But there is going to come a day where I leave Flat Earth. And that day is coming very, very shortly. Very shortly. I'm going to leave YouTube. I like YouTube. I like the social aspect of it. I like communicating. I like basically having pen pals to talk to. So the amount of people that I've accumulated in the last 2 years, I will definitely tell them and show them where my new channel will be. But it'll never be about Flat Earth, and I'm not going to talk about it much more. It's coming to an end for me. For me, I've done everything I could do. I thought the Earth was flat. I tried to spread it. I did the best I could do, and now I'm at the stage where, at least for my mistakes, I've come clean. I manned up. I owned up, because when I did have doubts, I was on an actual break from YouTube, from Flat Earth, and I just came back to tell the people I was wrong, and this is where I'm at now. And I feel I've done that now, and if people decide to wake up themselves, that's great. If they don't, oh well, at least I was a man enough to come and say, hey, I got fooled, I was wrong, and so to me, I'm just about done with it myself. I honestly don't think I have another month in Flat Earth left. I offered the other night to give one of my channels away. You know, my second biggest channel, I've offered to give it away. No one wanted it. You know, so that's just it, bro. I'm literally at the end of my rope with Flat Earth, but not YouTube and not certain people on YouTube. You know, so to me, I'm still going to continue on, but I'm moving on. You know, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
I got nothing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got nothing more to prove to the people. All I could say is this is where I'm at, and if people decided to find out where they're at, that's great. If they don't, I tried. I'm not going to waste much more of my life doing, because really, in reality, all I'm doing is spreading hate, and I'm not a hater. I don't hate any of these people. Even the people that started this bullshit, I don't hate them. I fell into it myself. Nobody pushed me. I fell into it. I accepted it.
But that's it. At one point, we all, I think, fell into it, but it's like you said, it's about what were you saying? I forgot what you said. I interrupted you. I was gonna say something. You were talking about what?
Well, I'm leaving soon.
Yeah, that's it. Letting it go. That's it. And that's I'm at pretty much at the same point also. And I'm not so much into finding now. I hang out with a lot of people here on this channel because I wanted to make sense of reality. And I went to many different people, Santos, Bonacci, Arthur, many people, great people that came on this channel, great minds to reflect about reality. Rulanducci, I can name them, many reggae singers, but I'm more focusing now on the living dream than on trying to find whatever is outside of me. It's more my example that I can leave here on earth with my actions that's going to inspire people to have great life, to have better lives, or, just to have and it's not because you're going to be suddenly rich the moment you're going to be rich in love, for sure, but you're not going to be super that doesn't mean your dream is going to work. That's what I mean. But at least you're becoming a better person each and every day that you take on the journey, and not in the living dream I'm talking about, not in the dream of a health distraction conspiracy world, but in the living dream reality. So
well, certain YouTube videos in the beginning have I wouldn't say woke me up, but made me realize certain things that I didn't know. And I can honestly say, no, there's not one person or one channel that convinced me at any time that the earth was flat. I convinced myself. And the same goes when I realized, oh shit, I've been lied to again. There's not one channel or one person that convinced me. People have helped me. People have been very patient with me. And, like Jed and my wife and lots of people, Avar has been always never criticized me, always just listened to me and let me talk and then gave me his opinion, or, like there's been lots of people that have helped me, but I'm the guy that convinced myself, right? And I got to be that same guy with that same attitude to go to my computer one day in the very near future and just delete my accounts and start over. Something new for myself, not for everybody else, for me, something that I like and I'm passionate about, that I enjoy. And if people choose to watch me, people choose to watch me. I've always been that person that if I have one person to talk to, I'll talk. I'm not going to talk to myself, but I'm pretty sure I'll have one subscriber. So I'm good to go, man.
The conversation you have with yourself are always the best one. Anyway, that's what I do every time I go out with my GoPro. I talk to myself and I try to reason about life. I don't think I should have any guru or anybody instructed me on the reality, but me trying to make sense of it while I'm here and be in awe with everything that surrounds me in nature. And that's not the case for most of us. Most of us go through a screen to discover the world, through a screen, through explanation and definition, and letting other people define our reality when it's undefinable. Man is undefinable. You cannot define me. Whoever tries to define me, to put me in a box, that's another thing. People try to put you in a box and expect you to be a certain way when I am who I am. I am that I
Yeah, but
am.
I try to think of it as people didn't put me in that box. I put myself in that box, and I never allowed nobody in that box with me because I accepted it. I did, and not only did I accept it, I tried to spread the word of it. You know, so to me, I look at it as I am not helping in any way the ball in any way by putting Flat Earth in the title and doing hangouts. Well, the way I figure I'm going to help as my last resort is to hit that delete account button. Delete it and be done with it. By me giving it to someone, I'm only helping the Flat Earth, and I don't want to help that anymore because that's what I believe that I'm doing. So if I delete it, maybe people will realize, shit, he's gone, I'm deleting mine, or I'm changing my account up. I'm going to just do this. You know, like whatever I do, I know I'd get more views and more subscribers if I just played music than talking the bullshit that I'm talking. Because that's what it is. It's bullshit. But I get caught up in it. I allow myself. And I think I'm gonna help the community in whatever way by saying goodbye, and I can leave and I don't have to come back. I know more about this Flat Earth shit than most people because I've been here. I've watched all of this shit, and I've watched enough to know that I've been fooled. And I hope other people see it as well. There's more important things out there than the shape, and I no longer want to represent it. I don't. I'm not helping it. I'm not helping anybody by me doing this. I'm not even helping myself.
Especially when I see the all distraction caused by that, and many people, like, I don't relate to the people so much on YouTube talking about that stuff. So for me, it's kind of normal that I'm doing my own thing, and I haven't been bothered with anybody. Like, nobody ever bothered with me because I'm really doing my own thing here, and I don't want to like, I'm reaching out to certain people for have their point of views, but I mean, it's not, I don't want to get, I don't need a guru. Nobody needs a guru, and we should all so much meet life with full presence and power, but we're not. We're in fear. Most of us are in fear. If I put the link to that hangout in the chat right now, how many of you would join us live and direct? I would like to know. Because
you'd be sniped.
But that's it.
You'd be sniped.
You think people
That's what they
join
would do.
us?
They would join, but they would snipe.
What you mean they would snipe? I don't understand the word. It's my
They
friend.
will kick. They will take over controls of your computer, of your hangout. They will kick me out of the hangout. They will kick you out of the hangout, and then it will shut down in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Okay, I've never
had
that experience before.
To me, I don't agree with it. I thought it was funny at first because I thought, oh, well, we could snipe the potatoes, and but if you're the kind of guy that's going to give anybody the right to have free speech and speak their minds, why do they want to kick you and me out and have 5 minutes of fame when they could talk freely for an hour without getting hit in the head with a wrench? It makes no sense, man. It's, see, to me, I would quit today. I don't know my thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know my next move, but I know my next move should be delete the account and then find my thing. Find what I want to do on YouTube.
People are talking about my stick in the back. Yeah, they're nice, huh? I found them going on a run with my son, 10-year-old. We go out in nature and we collect sticks like that, and he likes it. That's what you see there. People are wondering, nice sticks. Look, he has sticks behind.
See, and if they snipe you, they can actually put porn on your channel in 5 minutes, and your channel's taken down.
Okay, so I have to be careful with who I invite on the hangout. That's what you're telling me?
You got to know that person almost personally, and send them a link through Hangout, through your email. Because if you drop the link in that chat, I know someone right in there right now that would snipe your ass, and his name is Timothy Osman.
Yeah, what about that guy? We hear this name a lot. Not that I have research on it, but what is it? There's like 2-3 personalities to that guy. I don't know. It's a bit mixed up. I'm not too much in the
Well,
loop.
it's pretty much the same. I think it's the same personality in myself. I've always known him to be the same person. He's never changed stories or changed sides. But he's been here trolling Flat Earth for 3 years and yet has nothing. And the thing that gets me is the potatoes who will copyright strike everybody, small channels that talk bad about them, but they won't copyright him. You know, it's something fishy going on, and it's, you know, there's got to be controlled opposition. And I've listened to them the other night in chat saying, well, show me proof where there's paid agents. Well, I've seen Craigslist ads on Craigslist looking for people to make accounts on YouTube. So I know there's proof that there's paid agents, but you'll never, they can't, a cop's not going to blow its own cover. You know, you're not, you know, if you're paid, you're not going to blow your own cover.
No, it's hard to know who's in there for what. It's hard to figure out.
My only hope one day is maybe one of these paid agents, their contract will end and maybe they'll come clean. I don't know. But even then, do you believe that? Like, it's a straw man, dude. You're never going to win. You're never going to come to an answer. Not in these guys. They, you know, so to me...
Flat Earth supposed to change the world. They put down 2 towers, 9/11. And still nobody have done anything. People don't care. They still go on with their life. They still go vote. We still forget very, very fast. So, well, you know, this is where I say we get lost a bit in the dream of someone else. Build your own dream because you're getting lost into it. If you're constantly like... First of all, who's to know what is what? The truth is what is. It's what you can observe, what I can observe. The rest, the truth is that there's a bird flying in the air, and there's things surrounding me that are very divine experience happening here. And life is all I have. Love is all I have. Why not use it? You know, that's the real stuff that we have, love and life. And we should have the love for life.
For sure, man. For sure.
And now we're being distracted and we're creating division. We're just talking about stuff that we cannot even prove. And I don't know, we seems to be... you don't see me on the channels. There's so much in chats and stuff like that. But I see people that... very much going on to channels, from channels to channels to channels, to seems to fill the void in their life, when you can create everything that is empty inside you very fast by just rising your vibration and starting to create a living dream. And you're not going to need all that stuff on YouTube. Believe me, you're going to be so focused on creating the dream you want, the dream life, that you're gonna leave all this nonsense.
Well, my life is not on YouTube, right? My life is my work, my wife, my family. That's my life, man. That's what matters to me, right? It's not how many people watch me, how many likes. I don't care. That's not why I'm here. I came here for the truth, and I'm walking away with more questions than I came here. But I got to walk away. In order to grow from this shit, I have to walk away. And I only hope that one day when people go and look for my channel and see that it's gone, maybe they'll realize the same thing. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if I delete everything and then make a video and leave that last video up for people to see. I haven't come to a decision yet, or when, but it's coming. And what I'm going to do, I don't know. I truly don't. Where I'm going to go on YouTube, I have no idea. I might just decide to continue on working with my future and take a year off of YouTube. You know, I look at the subscribers that I am subscribed to, the people that I am subscribed to, and I only have 3,000 people. And I subscribe to every person I can find topic, or a concave, or even fake NASA. And I only have 3,000 people. Where are all the people? You know, there's the number thing again. Like, how many people does your channel subscribe to? Yeah, I got 3,000, and I subscribe to all the troll accounts, everything. Do you know how many times I subscribe to a channel that I am their only subscriber?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I have my own count. It's 3,000, dude. And that's 2 years. I have the same account, my YouTube troll account, which is this account that I'm talking on, is my original Flat Earth Vancouver BC channel.
Okay.
I dealt with all my copyrights. I have a clean record. The point being, I subscribe to everybody that I can find. 3,000 people. How do these people have 100,000 subscribers? Because where are they all? I can't find them.
That's it. Where are these people? Very good point that you're saying there. That's what I find weird a bit, that people have so many. What, suddenly we're all caring about truth? Like, nobody cares. Everybody's stuck in their life. Like, we seems to want to inflate the numbers also to give us a sense of satisfaction and some kind of a conspiracy world that we have find something and others are sleeping, we're awake and others are sleeping, and that makes us feel good for some of us, and that they put themselves on a pedestal because, hey, they know more than they know that the earth is not a ball, whatever. Like, they put very much themselves on the pedestal because they know and that causes division right there. So that's why also I'm moving on into this stuff and letting go more and more. And by hanging out with Arthur Christian brought me a lot of insight on life, on living a life on a real level, you know.
See, to me, the shape is not going to change my world no more. I don't care if they come up tomorrow and the earth is an octagon and it's straight up worldwide. Everybody knows we live on an octagon. You know what, dude? I'm going to work. I'm going to pay my taxes. I'm going to do what's expected of me, and I'm going to move on. It's not going to affect my life anymore. I don't give a shit. I truly do not give a shit no more, and that's the conclusion that I come to. And I think it's the same for a lot of people. I don't think it's going to matter. These people that claim, you know, oh, we shouldn't be paying taxes. We should. They're all still going to do the same thing. You're going to give to the government what they want you to give. If you don't, the government's going to take it anyway. So there's never going to be a world in our time where there is no government. They're in there for a reason. Yeah. So how is the difference of the shape going to change us? It's just not, man. And people need to realize that, like, soon.
We cannot even govern our own lives. For sure, there's going to be government for a long time still. All these things, first of all, I think they're going to more dissolve from within than us going there with arms and stuff. And no, it's from within that we're going to become more conscious as a whole. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time, man, for sure.
It's the same group of people that have been here for 2 years now, and it'll be the same group of people that decide to stay because we all know one another now on a first name basis. You know, that's what it is. That's what it's come down to. You could ask 9 out of 10 people in the flat earth, do you know Glen? And they know who I am. They know who I am. That's how small it is. So when you look at Eric Dubay and Matt Powerland and those big subscribers, and when you look at their channels, it's not that 80,000 or 40,000 people know who I am, but the group of people that we see every day, they know who we are.
Yeah.
They know who we are. They know where we are. Tim Osmond is in your chat right now. When's the last time Timmy Boy's been in your chat? You know, it's just the way it is.
I don't think I've
They follow me. Yeah. They follow me. You'll never see him. Nobody has seen him. He wants to do a hangout with me, but he won't turn that camera on. But yet he showed a picture of himself on YouTube and wants me to believe that that's him. I don't buy it. I don't have to buy it.
Me to go to someone, I have to figure them out. You have to be able to figure out people if you want to have a good vibe with them. And I figured you out fast, and you figured me out. So for sure, some people you can figure them out, and those big channels, like you say, this is what I was questioning a lot. Is if we're so many people on Earth, why is there just a few of them on YouTube? YouTube is big. There's many people on there going on YouTube every day. So if we're talking just about 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 channels that we can all name, we know them all, we can name them, but it's not the purpose here. But why is there just a little amount of, like, There should be. Where's all the people?
There is no people, man. We are the people. We are the people. And the best thing to do is each person. You know, I'm not persuading people to leave, but I'm done. I'm pretty much washed up with it. So to me, if more and more people walk away, they're, you know, even the people that are trolling flat Earth and they've never been a flat earther and they've always gone against it. All you're doing is helping flat Earth. That's all you're doing. But if you were to walk away, who's going to watch these big channels? They're going to buy their views, they're going to buy their subscribers, and they're only fooling themselves.
I think so. I think we're all being also fooled with the numbers and thinking that these guys are big when in reality they must buy pretty much everything, and they have funds also behind them to buy the stuff. Like, I'm not gonna spend money on YouTube to buy a subscriber. It's total nonsense. I'll take my money and I'll buy food with it. I'll go buy watermelon and all kinds of good food before I buy a subscriber, because my goal is not to trick people's mind. But if you are buying subscriber and doing all these stuff is because you want to play with people's mind, and that only politicians do that, evil people do that, playing with people's mind. So why do you play with people's mind, big YouTubers out there?
Money is money, and the money to me is worth nothing. I use it because I need it. I need money to survive. I live in the most expensive city in Canada. I need money to survive. But even if I had more money and bought subscribers to trick people, I don't want to spend 20 hours a day on YouTube to control what? What am I controlling? I'm only controlling myself. I think my time would be better spent doing other things. Going for a walk, going to the beach.
Yeah, for sure. Go to the beach. You know, this people, I think there's a guy here who says he brainwashes himself with his obsession of us. I don't think
well, when I'm talking about Tim Osmond, why would Negatorax be saying us? You know, you know, these are globers.
Yeah.
These are globers. I believe in the globe, and these people are here to troll me, but they're hardcore trollers, and they spend 20 hours a day on YouTube with no paycheck. They say they get no paycheck, but they're spending 20 hours a day on YouTube. They're in every chat trolling me, the glober.
I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder what's their motive for being here. Like maybe just entertainment or something.
But they have to watch me, dude. I'm going to do a video, a live stream before I'm done, and I'm going to put myself on my couch and go to sleep for 8 hours, and I'm going to see who watches me. These same clowns are going to watch me. They have to. They're paid to.
It's and why do they do this?
It's nothing personal. They don't hate me. They just they have to watch me. They're paid to watch me. They got to report back to somebody. This is what he's doing. This is what he said. They have to be, dude. There's no way somebody would spend that much time to watch me. Come on, I'm not that interesting.
But these people, they're believing we live on a globe? Is that it? I'm a bit mixed up. Who's these people? They go around YouTube and I'm missing something here.
Well, it's one is Tim Osmond, this one with the heart and the smiley face, and Negatorax is a glober. He's always been a glober. I'm not calling Negatorax a troll, but he's been representing the globe forever. When I was a flat earther, I was delusional, just like he called me. I was obsessed. I was everything what he's calling me. And now I'm here representing the same thing he's representing. I never told one person on this live stream the earth is flat. Neither did you. And I'm still delusional. I'm still obsessed. And when I talk about Tim Osmond, he claims we. Who is we? There's only me. You know, there's not me and you. Me and you is not we, right? You are you, I am me. Where do they get this we?
Good point there. Anyway, it's just I'm curious sometimes the motive of some people, why they go on YouTube. To me, YouTube should be used for inspiring each other, not and there's good stuff on YouTube. There's good people, but I think we're all also very good-hearted people. It's not because Tim has a bad heart. He's a good-hearted man, I'm sure. But also we get very lost into unawareness unawareness can be a real abyss, and once you become aware of who you are, you start being more part of a whole than just for yourself. And I don't know, maybe, but
And
I don't know.
the funny thing is, there's not one of these trolls in this chat that won't claim that we are wasting their time. They claim that we are wasting their time. You get it? But there's not one of these people in this chat that we sent a link to this video, right? So they are wasting their time. We are not wasting their time. But they can't get that through their thick skull. They are here. They've been here for as long as we've just been here. And if we stayed live for 8 hours, they would remain here calling us idiots, and we are wasting their time. But they are wasting their time because we didn't send them a link to this video. They came here on their own free will. And they'll sit there and say, this is embarrassing. Who are we embarrassing? You could go watch whoever you want. YouTube is a big place. Huge. But they claim to be here. They want to be here. They chose to be here. We didn't invite them. They came here.
Some people say that you claim that you are wasting your time. Me, I don't think you're wasting your time. First of all, it's a live reasoning. We're reasoning together.
On the flat earth, yes. And wasting my time right now with you? No, absolutely not. We're just having a discussion. Yeah. But what I'm wasting my time is with these clowns in the chat. You know, I'm wasting my time with these clowns, and they're wasting their time with us. But I don't blame them for me. I just responding. It's interaction, right? I'm giving them something that they can't get from the big chat. I'm actually acknowledging them in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm not just ignoring them. I'm acknowledging them. And that's called real interaction. And they don't get that too often. So I just try to be me. And that's what I do on my show. I interact with the chat. I could go on there with nothing to say. I just roll with what the chat says. You know?
I always like to interact with the chat. I think it's by respect also. We do this, I don't do this for fame or people to look up to me and stuff like that, but by respect. And there's real people here. Like I have some people coming back. There's some people that I can really feel are real, but some people, and I can now in the chat tonight, there's a crowd of people that I don't recognize too much. There's lots of new people, but it's okay. We're all here trying to make sense of our existence, and it's okay. We can have different. I'm not stuck into beliefs and stuff. I have no. It's about relearning everything we have learned. So even to believe you're on a ball or this, it's total nonsense to me. To believe it's flat, to believe it's ball, to believe anything. To believe anything is nonsense. To believe anything is nonsense. We should know, my brothers and sisters. No one knows.
I get it. And I don't want to know. I believe that I'm on a ball. Although I do believe that I'm on a ball. I don't want to believe the earth is flat, but I did believe the earth is flat. What I've come to the conclusions is I don't give a fuck. I truly don't, and that's my escape. I just don't care. It doesn't affect me in any way. And people will say, "Well, no, it's the biggest lie." I don't care.
Well, my God, people take things personal in the chat. It's terrible how you guys take things personal. Like we were talking here, don't take things personal. You're all, I'm here because I subbed to Tru-Mon, not because I wasn't invited. I wasn't, but showed up by magic. What honor? Like, don't take things personal. We're not targeting anybody. We're just talking in general. I don't know. People seem to take things personal. Relax a bit.
I told you a week ago when we'd go live, I said the chat's going to go crazy. The same trolls, like the same people. These are the same people that come to my chat. And they're the same ones that are in chats 24 hours a day. They work in teams, right? Like, I don't know. I know you stay out of it a lot. I know that. You not stay out of it a lot. You're always out of it. And, it's, you come on a stream with me, you kind of put yourself on the line. There's no way around it. But
yeah, but I don't mind. I don't mind that because I'm real and I want to keep it real and I recognize the real, and that's what I always recognize in you from day one. I've had you on my show at the beginning. It's been a year or something maybe, but I've had you before, and I always sense the realness in you, and that's what I respect. And you're a man of action. I love people in action. If you're going into action, if you take action, whatever, if you do, and I saw the good in you, and I saw the light that not too many people see. Some people see you as a freaking clown, but not me. I don't see you as a clown at all, and that's why I'm having you here tonight again. And I don't care people like it or not. I don't do this for being popular or reaching a certain amount of subscriber. I do not care. I'm about to put it private, the amount of subscribers, so it doesn't play with people's mind, because all those numbers play with our minds a lot. And
I put mine private as well.
Yeah. I'm going to put all those numbers private. The thumb up, thumb down.
Well, there's even the thumbs up and thumbs down. It matters nothing. I mean, it really don't. If I look at a video and it's got 30 thumbs down and 5 thumbs up, I probably want to watch that video. So thumbs down, it doesn't affect me. Thumbs up don't affect me. It's there as it's a mind fuck for other people. Not for me, but it is for other people. So to me, the thumbs up on the video, do you know whose information that is? That's my information. That's my business. But I do put it up. I do, because I make a certain video. Like if I make a bad video about somebody, I want people to see what other people think. You know, I want them to. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know. It really doesn't change the video. Doesn't change the words.
No, but I realized that it was playing with my mind when I was going myself on YouTube and being influenced by the number. I realized that, hey, I have YouTube channels. I must be influencing people too. So I just want to be more responsible and not give in so much to because all this is tools that are at our disposition to spread the good news and the great vibes. So I just don't want to fall into nonsense. So I keep it very structured and most possible. We need some good vibes around here. No? So it's not about so much fame and popularity. It's more about I don't know, trying to seek something more out of life than, like, I want to it's the living dream you gotta attach yourself to. I say it all the time, but it's so important that we don't let go of this. I'm not gonna be here on YouTube yapping this all my life. So I'm here now telling you to do something with your life, just like I'm doing, just like Anne's doing, just like many people are doing something for the benefit also of us all, whether it's in a way that you agree or not. Like we're all good-hearted people, but most of us live in a cage.
Yep.
Most of us live in a cage with a good heart, and we're stuck there. And so, crack that heart open, and let the love flow, and stop the division, stop the nonsense, stop the distraction, and starve them.
Well, I have a better time by getting out of my own house. My own house with my computers and my phones is my own misery. You know, I have a better day when I go outside. I have a better day when I go to work. And that's what I've realized. For me, that's my safety net is not my computers, not my phones. My safety net is my shoes. I put my shoes on and I go out, and I don't think about this shit when I'm out.
That's it. It's not
things when I got my shoes on and I'm out that I missed in the beginning.
Yeah, because also when you get sucked in those conspiracy theory stuff, and you lose sense a bit of who you are really, and you lose connection with others, because suddenly, like I said, you think you know stuff. You're under the illusion of knowing, because we don't really know. It's stuff that is told to us and explained to us. It's not stuff we have experienced. Most of the stuff that I was told about the flat earth is not things I can experience, like the stars rotation you were mentioning. It's not, I can hardly imagine how they map the sky and map everything. And so I have many questions that popped in my head, and as I went on in my journey, and made me realize I was pouring way too much of my consciousness into this dream that wasn't mine. That's the thing. It's a dream. It's an engineered dream that's not ours. The flat Earth and all that stuff. So moving out of this and creating our own living dream is very important. And like you say, focus on it's the little things we do and the little words we say every day that's gonna make us have great days or not. So you want to have a great life, start having great days. For that, you have to start focusing, and focus is not on YouTube on a screen. That's the same as a TV. And many people said they have shut off the TV, but they're constantly on YouTube. What's the difference?
None.
It's another lobotomizing session.
None.
That's it. To me, there's no difference between TV and YouTube. So
no, well,
I don't know.
The same thing goes with in the flat Earth. If there's like something big that happens, like a flat Earth mixer, or Tim Osmond went to a flat Earth mixer, it's the same video. There's 20 people with cell phones recording devices, but yet we only get one video. So it's like this big flood that just happened in America, tornado or whatever. You could watch 10 different news stations, but you're getting the same video, the same story line for line, while it goes the same thing in the flat Earth. But people are too stupid to realize that, because they think they're open-minded and they don't have their TV on.
Exactly. That's the thing. When we believe,
it's media.
Yeah.
It's just media, man. That's all it is. And we choose to believe it. And it's like, I don't believe it anymore. It's not that I don't believe really anything. I just don't care. That's the gist of it. I have my own way of thinking, and I'm going to continue with my own way of thinking.
That's it. You're going to trod Babylon your own way, and that's the best you can do, because like I said, we only get lost into other people's dream and not really our dream. So, we're not really much in the here and now also, when we're constantly pulled in the conspiracies and stuff and investigating that, like we're gonna find the reason and the holes, how everything is staged. And come on, it's the whole world has gone very, very mad, and the legal terrorists, which is called government, are not helping the situation too much, but they will remain there until we become more conscious and more start taking ownership for our life. If there's government, like you said, it's because also we cannot take ownership for our life, so we need to be governed. We cannot even govern our own mind. We need a governed mind to govern our mind, because we can think for ourselves. We're so broken down into the nonsense and to not thinking. Some people think too much, but some don't think enough. Like it's I don't know. To me, it's there's better days also. I can sense better days, but also because I'm being a change, I want the world to change. So for sure, I want. There's people suffering. There's people dying of hunger. They don't care about flat Earth. They're
no,
hungry.
That's what I say. The children in Africa, do you really think they give a shit about a real map or a real globe? I don't think so. They'd rather have some fucking food.
That's it. And
they don't give a fuck where they live.
Exact. First of all, we want to have food to eat. We want to have good food to eat. And starting also to grow our own food should be a goal for each and every one of us that get on YouTube and start becoming more conscious of reality. Okay, what are you eating? That's all part of reality. So it's a long road to travel. But I think with enough strength and enough reasoning, we will see clear in all their program. We've been programmed, and we're starting to see clear. And it's crystal clear to me that better days are coming, but be the change. My message for sure is be the change. Don't follow other people. Do your own thing. And let go of the conspiracy a bit and focus on
we're all just one person, and you can't change the world, but you can change yourself as the person, as to how you see the world. And that's just about the size of it. The only person I can change is me, and that's the only person I want to change.
Yeah, that's it. The only thing you can really know is yourself. So it's a constant struggle every day for everyone that start to dig inside. And I think it's a great journey. I never felt so good in my life. That's why I come to share it on YouTube. If I'm able to share it, it's because I feel great vitality, great energy, and great power, also great power to express myself, which I never did in my life. I've always been very
The
not silent, never been really really silent, but I found back great empowerment into all this. Despite all the nonsense, though, I found a lot of empowerment, and that's what I think we should empower people with. It's okay to seek lies and deception, but if you're being lied to, it's because you're pretty fucking powerful. Wake up. Wake up.
Well, the oldest conspiracy that I've ever looked at is before my time, is JFK.
Yeah.
And it's still being talked about on YouTube. It's still being talked about on social media, but nothing's been done. And so 40 years from now, they'll probably still be talking about flat Earth.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not going to change.
But I won't be.
No. So that's why I'm saying it's okay to expose the Babylonian for their lies and their deception. But if we pour our whole consciousness into this and start making YouTube channels just for that, really pouring our consciousness into someone else's dream is the same as anyway, to me, it's all pretty much one and the same. You're recreating a loop, and you're just inflating their bubble and inflating the overlay, perpetuating the overlay just by falling into the conspiracy stuff. So
a lot of the people that came here for truth, and they actually think that flat Earth is the truth, and they want to help the truth. The best way to help the truth is to stop talking about flat Earth, because you really have no evidence of it. And the best way to help the situation is to leave it. And if people don't see that for themselves, then they don't. The best times of my life, I thought I was spinning on a ball. That was the best moments of my life. My life crashed when I thought the Earth was flat. It crashed to the bottom. So, to me, the best thing I could do is just move on.
Yeah, because me too. I had a bit. I was very, very empowered, but I was a bit very much on shock when I realized that probably, I don't know, maybe I wasn't on a ball or something. So it came and struck me very, very good. I was a bit on shock, but I came out of that shock pretty fast because of strength, and because also I know. There's going to be a time where you get confused, and there's going to be also a time where the confusion is going to clear. We're not going to stay confused. Like me and you were growing into all this and really finding our way, and that's wonderful. So keep going, my brother. That was a pleasure for me to have you on, and we'll do it again sometime, maybe during fall or something, when I go for my apple
well, like
picking.
I say, we can talk anytime on Hangouts, anytime. Get a hold of me, man. You don't necessarily got to go live. So
no, for sure, we're always connected. It's a pleasure for me to talk to you, and I would have been a pleasure if Ivar could have joined us, but it's late at night for him, so maybe next time Ivar can join also. It would be a pleasure.
I would have to say he's seen the notification today. He's there. He's watching. I would bet my bottom dollar that he's amongst the crowd. I would bet my bottom dollar, man.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in the chat, but he's the kind of guy that has more than one account too. So
yeah. But hey, you can always be a fly on the wall too. I got 100 accounts, but I don't always go in there. I sometimes just be a fly on the wall and see what the people are saying. You get a lot from people's comments, right? You get a lot from reading their comments.
Yeah, but Ivar always have good intention. He's a good man, good-hearted man for sure. So big up yourself, King. For sure.
Peace, brother. Have a good one, man.
That's it. And big up yourself. It says King on your picture too.
Yeah, I got so many avatars, man.
That's great. So thanks everyone for being in the chat. Also, everyone. Me, I'm not into division or stuff like that. So I thank everyone for being here with us and exchanging those live and direct divine moments. It's always a pleasure to do it live and direct. It's more alive. I feel more alive doing it live and direct than recorded. So it's always yeah, I love it. It's a great vibe. It's a great vibe, and to see all the love in the chat and yeah.
The love in the chat.
Yeah. There's lots of love.
I could fit all that love in my chat and my size 8 shoe.
Okay, so we're out. Big up everyone.
All right, bro.
Boom. That was us for the Tru-Mon Show.
Take care, bro.
Take care.
Take care.